Sitting here with Kevin Herig, local musician. Go ahead and just tell me a little bit about your start.
So I started playing guitar in 6th grade, which is like 12 years ago. It's kind of crazy to think how long it's been. Yeah, I started playing guitar because of my brother. He played the electric guitar, and I thought it was cool, and I wanted everything my brother did, so I picked up the guitar and yeah, kind of just fiddled around with it. When I was younger, I started actually writing songs my freshman year of high school, just by myself, just with the guitar. And shortly after, I met a couple of friends, and we started a band. That band grew into a band I played in for 5 or 6 years called Aspercourt. So yeah, it was fun writing with the dudes, and just recently put out my first solo record. Kind of back to the roots of why I started writing music, and it's been a blast. I still get to collaborate with a bunch of local musicians, and put up some songs that I've been working on for.
So speaking of Aspercourt, was that your first band, and how did all you guys meet?
Yeah, Aspercourt was my first time in an actual band. I think I first met Heath, the drummer of Aspercourt, at a mutual friend's house. It was funny because we were always rivals, like throughout middle school and high school, kind of dating the same girls and sports rivals and whatnot. But I found out at a friend's house that he played drums, and we kind of had a little jam one time, and I invited him over the next week, and he brought his next door neighbor, which is Nate, who turned into Aspercourt's guitarist, and from there kind of just met other musicians and fused together this group called Aspercourt. But yeah, that was my first time playing with those guys, and like I said, we played together for a long time. Really grew as musicians together. Even though it was about 2 years ago, we decided to kind of put it on hold for a while, and from Aspercourt spawned 3 different projects. My solo project, our bass player Kyle Ruggles, he's doing his own music right now, which is awesome. And then Heath and Nate, I have a band called Richmond. So we definitely don't regret anything that happened in Aspercourt, because so much good happened from it. We actually still collaborate and work on something.
Performing live can be stressful, and obviously mistakes will happen. So my question is, how do you handle those mistakes while you perform?
Yeah, no, you're right. Mistakes happen a lot, and yeah, I guess I've just learned to roll with the punches, roll with the mistakes. And really, I've learned that people actually appreciate when you make mistakes and you can roll with it. They like to see that. Musicians they're normal people too. They make mistakes, even though that's their trade and that's their thing they do. It's inevitable. I've forgotten whole verses and whole choruses, and I just try to laugh it off. If all else fails, just make up some words on the spot. But yeah, I'm not. It was something I guess I was a little bit more nervous about. But after playing so many shows, you learn that stuff's gonna inevitably happen, and I kind of look forward to when those happen, because it gives you a chance to break the ice with the audience.
Do you teach music? And also tell me a little bit about Rock 101.
I do teach music, yes. Through a program I started called Rock 101. So 3 years ago, I was fresh out of college. I had a business plan for a music academy, and I went to a bunch of places around town, and finally found a place that was willing to host our camp. Started as a summer camp, essentially just to teach kids how to be well-rounded musicians and how to play in a band. Something I wish I had when I was growing up, and I was fortunate enough to find in high school. So throughout the 2-week program in the summertime, kids get to come and learn their favorite instrument, do a bunch of cool workshops. They get to form bands and then record their own CD, do a photo shoot, and then at the end perform a live show. And so from this, Rock 101 over the last 3 years has has grown, and we've had some bands that have played some really big shows around town that consists of 13-year-olds and younger. And just recently we started our year-round program. So now we're offering private lessons and band rehearsals and workshops throughout the entire year. We have local musicians and different bands that help teach the kids and help run the band practices. It's just grown into something really fun, really cool, and more of a community of musicians, which is kind of what we sought out.
You call Albuquerque your home right now, and as you continue to grow as a musician and with Rock 101, do you think you'll always call Albuquerque your home, or do you think there's a chance of branching out to a new city?
I think Albuquerque will always be my home. I mean, obviously it'll always be my home, but I mean, even if I moved somewhere or toured elsewhere, I would always come home to Albuquerque. It's a wonderful place to live. All my family's here, and the music scene is awesome. It might be a smaller potential audience to play to, but the community of musicians and fans of music is really strong, and it's growing. There's a mutual respect for creativity, and there's a support all across the board. So I'm honored to be a part of it, and I'm really anxious to see it grow in the future.
Favorite local band?
The Limbs.
Favorite local restaurant?
Frontier.
Red or green?
Gosh, green. Felt the rush. He's not one to give up something before he gets too much. Hide the proof that this one got the best of you. You gone and lost yourself between a broken track and a path that leads you back to steps. The story keeps on bending, and you keep on adding more. There ain't no shadow to judge you when you're lying on the floor. There's a space between your heart and who you think you are. Felt your touch, and your lips curl like a swelling wave before the crush. A tide sweep those clues. This one got the best of you. You can't fool yourself to believe that the voice you hear is not speaking to you. Pull away your fears, that the love you have is not good enough, it's not gonna last for two. Your story keeps on bending, and you keep on adding more. There ain't no shadow to judge you when you're lying on the floor. There's a space between your heart and who you think you are. Deceit is a nasty cycle to break. Your timid feet better quicken their pace, 'cause your running mouth's catching up to you. It's catching up to you. It's catching up to you, yeah. The story keeps on bending, and you keep on